When it comes to travel, what would you say is your top destination? Hello, everyone. You're welcome to another episode of Advantage Conversations. And I have with me here three powerful panelists who will be helping us to discuss top 10 travel destinations and what you need to know about travel. So I have with me Oba Akwa, who is a travel enthusiast. I have Lawal. He works with the agency team of Enterprise Insurance. And then Joseph is also with the product development team of Enterprise Insurance. You're all welcome to the conversation.
Thank you.
Great. So, Oba, maybe you should tell us about yourself, a little more about yourself.
Okay. So hi, I'm Bakwa. I'm a travel enthusiast. Yeah. I hate staying at one place. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Hey, then it must be expensive to travel a lot. I mean, people like you are rich, Oba.
Well, that's what they say, and then I won't deny it.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay. So, just to start with, I would like to ask the panelists about their choice of travel between Kigali, which is in Rwanda, and Nairobi, Kenya. Joseph, which one will you choose?
That's a difficult one because both is on my radar, but I would like to go to Rwanda
Okay.
before I'll go to Kenya.
Oh, okay, great. So, Oba, between Qatar and Dubai.
Qatar.
Qatar.
Yeah.
Right. I'm interested.
I actually want to live in Qatar, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Have you been there before?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I actually want to live in Qatar. I don't know how to explain it, but I think you have to go.
Oh, before you.
Yes, but you understand. But yeah.
So what's so different in the
Like I said, I don't know how to explain it. You have to experience this for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to experience it for yourself. Like they don't pay taxes, so
Oh, okay.
But
Maybe the taxes.
I don't know. I'm sure probably maybe Dubai too doesn't pay taxes.
yeah. Well,
Most of the Arab countries they don't. I stand to be corrected, though, but I know they don't pay.
yeah, most of them don't.
Yeah. If you are running from the taxes, I'm sure probably.
No, but I've been to the UAE and I've been to Qatar, so like there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Yes, but you have to. It's something that you have to experience.
But I know the UAE is more chilling than Qatar.
You can also chill in Qatar. Well, it depends on what you are looking for, what you want to do.
Yeah. But I think there are a lot of perceptions out there about these countries. But like, between Paris and then London, those two countries.
I would take Paris.
Okay.
The reason being that my 6-year-old daughter.
Okay.
When they are watching these cartoons,
Yeah.
and there's this Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
Daddy, I want to go there. So I think I need to take her there. So I would
So that's
prefer
that you look forward to driving to. Okay,
that's
fine.
right. Yeah,
That's fine. Okay, let me start with you, Oba. When it comes to travel, what would you say is your top destination? If you can give me a bit top 5 or top 10. Yeah.
Personally, I like adventure. I like hiking especially. So, when I'm picking travel destinations, I like to pick places that have lots of greenery, lots of mountains. Like Seychelles has really great spots. Even Ghana here, we have like a lot of great spots. There's some in the northern region, in the water region, especially like top. You said 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't explored this yet, but I have seen on social media that the UAE has some hiking spots as well. It's something I would definitely like to check out.
Okay.
And Philippines and where else?
Singapore.
Yes, and Singapore. Singapore is expensive, but it was to Sunayako.
Oh. Anyway, that's fine. I mean, great to know. Joseph, what will be your top 5?
So for my top 5, Seychelles is on top of my list because it's a place that when I hit a jackpot, I would like to go there and relax, have some fun over there. Then from there, as I mentioned earlier on, Kenya, Rwanda, Egypt, and Israel. So these are my top 5 destinations.
Why Israel though? I wanted
So
to know.
Israel because of my faith.
Okay.
Like the Muslims
So the
do
kind of
Mecca
pilgrimage,
and all
Christian pilgrimage
exactly.
kind of, okay.
Yeah, that's why Israel.
Okay, that's fine. I'll come to Lawa. Lawa, I already know France is number 1 in
There.
So
That's number 1. Then I'm looking at South Africa.
okay.
Yes, because of their culture and their rich experience when it comes to the culture. Then I'll be looking at Germany as well. I'm told with Germany, there is a festival that they celebrate between September to October, which they call the Munich Oktoberfest. And it's kind of a good experience if you are there. So I want to also be there. That's Germany. I'm also looking at Tanzania. Tanzania is because of the Mount Kilimanjaro. I want to experience that as well. Then the last should be maybe US.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That should be the last one.
Possibly New York.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Or even Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
While are you going to feel? Oh, it's because the nice life, the nightlife there is totally awesome. Or the end though.
Okay, so Oba, following from the destinations they've mentioned, I don't know which of them you've traveled to, but per your experience, which ones will you rate higher and which ones will you rate lower, and why? What will be the reasons for rating them?
If I'm rating right now, it will be based on things that I like. So that will be like too biased.
Okay.
But yeah, and when it comes to travel, it depends on what the person wants. But rating what they mentioned,
Yeah.
maybe I'll take top 3 from there. I'll take Seychelles, Tanzania, and what else you mentioned?
I mentioned Germany,
That's Germany,
France,
and France, then South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa. Yeah.
Okay. But why? I mean, I want to know your bias rating and why.
I like adventure, so where there are lots of things like that, like jumping off a cliff, let's go skydiving, let's go helicopter ride. Yeah, like those are the things that keep me going. Like I'm an adrenaline junkie, so yeah.
Okay.
That's
fine. But I don't know if it's a perception or a reality, but it looks like traveling is expensive, especially when you look at the flights, accommodation, and the dollar rate and everything. What are some of the tips you give us when it comes to traveling in terms of choosing location, in terms of price, and what do we do?
Okay, so first you have to know what you want, and then maybe set a budget. And you have it because travel is expensive. You have to like plan months in advance. Don't say you want to go to Seychelles and like we're in March. You want to go to Seychelles in April, then you're now buying your tickets. You spend a lot. The tickets are already expensive. Like traveling within Africa, when it comes to flight tickets, it doesn't make any sense. But that's a conversation for another day. Yeah. So plan in advance, and you have to save a lot. If you really want to travel, maybe you have a separate bank account that you dedicate money, like you save money for just traveling. Like don't touch it, because yeah. Plus a lot of things come up in travel as well. So if you budget, not what you can crack out.
So, per what you're saying, it means that with the budget, it's basically for the tickets. Because it's mostly more the tickets.
Yes. But it depends on the destination you're choosing as well. As true. Yeah. Or, but if you want to go to Seychelles, all these places, the tickets are like they're over $900 to those destinations.
Is this return?
Yes.
Okay.
But $900 is a lot. Yeah. You you can use 900
now compared to the other countries. Seychelles, and you cannot compare Seychelles to probably maybe going to a US or a Germany. That would be more expensive than that of Seychelles.
Yeah, but that's what I mentioned. It's traveling within Africa as well. Like that's expensive. If you're buying a ticket for, let's say you have $1,000 budget, and a ticket to the US is $1,000, and a ticket to Seychelles is $1,000. I don't know, personally I'll take the US. Yeah. It's just the visa parts that makes it a bit difficult. But for instance, if a normal flight ticket from Ghana to Dubai, it wouldn't cost more than $600 if you're booking early.
Yeah.
But if you're checking for Seychelles, it's over 800, it's over 900. So you see. Yeah, so if you want to travel, my tips would be plan well, have a budget, and then save.
But in terms of planning, well, you mean that you should be able to buy a ticket, let's say sometime a year in advance or something?
Yeah, or no, depending on your budget or where you want to go, 3 months in advance.
3 months.
That's what I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of our viewers, Joseph, what would you say they should have in mind in terms of protecting themselves when it comes to insurance?
It's very key. As the name again?
Oba.
Oba said, most of the times we spend a lot of time planning for the ticketing, planning for the accommodations. But you see, as we are traveling to, there are risks to that we may face. So, for instance, you may fall sick, and that might not be part of your budget. So, if you don't have an insurance cover, then it becomes a challenge. And like a travel enthusiast like Oba who like hiking, there's a risk. I'm not saying it will happen, but there's a risk of you maybe the personal accidents when during this hiking and all that. And if you don't have a travel insurance, then it becomes a challenge for you in these foreign lands. So these are some of the things you have to consider where you are going. The key thing you have to do is get a cover, a form of protection, so that when there's any unforeseen circumstances, that cover will take care, will set in and sort you out. And if you don't even get it, it might even affect your experience. Imagine you are stranded at the airport. The flight is not coming over 6 hours. You are stranded over there. You are hungry, and you know that the small budget on you. If you should go and spend it at the airport, you have to fast at least a day at the 8 destinations. But you see, when you have a travel insurance, you can comfortably get yourself some good meal, and the travel insurance is going to cater for that. Yes. So these are some of the things we need to put in place.
So, Lawal, yes, just
aside
adding-
that, aside what my colleague has said, when it comes to your baggage as well, sometimes they get delayed, but you get to your destination and the baggage is nowhere to be found. You understand? So that expenses that you will incur as a result of that delayed baggage is also borne by the insurance that you have. Okay, so when it comes to that too, you should also know that you have that financial you are sound when it comes to
the peace of mind.
that peace of mind that you have, knowing that should something happen to your baggage or it gets missing, we are there to compensate or make sure that we bring you back to that financial position you were before the loss.
Okay, that's fine. I think another perception is insurance is expensive. Okay, I want you to educate me on the average price. I mean, let's say I'm traveling for 3 months or even 2 weeks. Okay, what kind of price should I have in mind? I know we may not go into the specific. And then also, what do I need to be able to even get the travel insurance? What information do you need?
Okay, so in terms of pricing, it depends on the destination.
Okay.
So, for instance, when you are going to Schengen or Europe, it affects the pricing that or the premium that you are going to pay. Then also your age too is a factor, and the number of days you are going to spend in the foreign land. That one too is very key. So, is this computation that will determine how much premium you have to pay. Then, even apart from that, people, like as you said, there's this perception that insurance is expensive, especially travel insurance, and that is not true, because it's made in said there are so many plans that it fits all pockets.
Okay.
So irrespective of who is traveling, you can get an insurance cover, and I would say even as low as $10, you can get a good protection when you move out.
$10 equivalent of, let's say, about 150 cedis.
About 150 cedis.
I can get the travel
You
insurance.
can get a travel insurance cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. But Oba, from your perspective, why is it that people don't even think of travel insurance? Is it because they think nothing will happen to them?
Well, people say God is the insurance. But yeah, like you guys mentioned, people think it's expensive. So what we like to do is sometimes you include it in packages for people.
Okay.
Yeah, when people are paying for packages,
Yeah,
they're like,
see there.
yeah. But if you have to pay for it separately, oh, it's expensive, this and that, yeah.
Okay. So at least, I mean, for you, you do local travels too,
Yeah.
aside the international ones.
Yeah.
What are some of the local destinations that you've been?
Oh, we go everywhere.
Everywhere. Examples.
Everywhere. Oh, if you're Northern region, Eastern region, all the regions. They said you are 16 now. I only know 10, but
Yeah. But people say even in Ghana, the domestic travel is also expensive, hotel accommodation and all that. How true is that?
it is. It's expensive. If you want to stay in a 5-star place, if you want to do luxury travel, yes, in Ghana it's expensive.
about how much we have in mind. I mean, I want to travel, let's say, for just a week in about 3 regions, averagely. What kind of price?
It depends. You want to do a budget trip or you want high end?
Okay, so give me the two budget and high end.
Okay, I'll give an example. I did a 10-day trip across Ghana. I did 3 or 4 regions. I think the total came to so the total came to about 15,000, and that's like budgets.
Okay, yeah, that's a budget.
Yeah, but
That one is like you had to economize, take your time, and wait.
motor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those things.
And that's 15,000 for 2 weeks.
Well, no, it was 10 days.
Okay, so 10 days, 10
Yes.
working days, basically. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's two. That's two.
That's about 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to do something if you want to like be comfortable, maybe you're renting a car with a driver.
Yeah.
Let's make it time towards something. Oh, because even renting a car and a driver, you have to pay the rental. You have to pay for a driver's accommodation, his food, before maybe you're even tipping him. And you're buying food as well. And we already know the price of those.
How come, I mean, traveling to a place like Dubai is almost equivalent to what you're saying?
Yeah.
What's the secret? What's the trick? Because I would rather want to travel to Dubai on a budget of, let's say, 30,000 to maybe 40 than to do a trip to Ghana, which will cost me a little more than that.
Yeah, but all boils down to what you want.
Okay.
Maybe the person has explored those places already, so we want to do Ghana now. But I agree with you. People would actually choose to spend 30K in Dubai than to spend it here, because people complain. They say they don't see value for money here. Like you're going to a place that costs $1,000 a night in Ghana, and then the roads are terrible. You will come back and your car is once.
Yeah.
So all those things don't make it worth it. But outside, you have the same 30K budget. If you want to rent a car, drive, go wherever you want to go, you come back, the car is in good shape.
Okay.
So yeah, people don't think
Yeah.
traveling within Ghana is worth the money that we are paying.
And like from what she said, if I have been to Dubai already and I've been to other places outside Ghana, I would prefer the local travel irrespective of it being expensive. You understand? But if I haven't been to Dubai, my first option would be Dubai before even the local travel. So like you said, it depends on what you want. Okay, so that's how I think it is.
Okay. But for viewers, I mean, what should they look out for? Somebody is a novice in traveling. What should they look out for in terms of international travel when they are traveling? Are they going to look out for visa-free destinations? Because I've seen people go out for places like the UK, Canada, and they get bounced and all that. So for a novice or a new traveler, what would be your advice in terms of choosing locations?
Yeah, you definitely have to build your travel history a bit before you try and go to get a Schengen visa or a UK or US visa. So you can start with visa-free destinations or places that you just need like an e-visa.
Okay, and what are some of the destinations like that?
Okay, so for Qatar, Dubai, which is the UAE, you need an e-visa.
Okay.
There are neighboring countries that you can just go to visa-free. Togo, Benin, Burkina Faso, Nigeria.
But does that count for a Schengen visa? If I go to Togo, Burkina Faso,
just start with what's around you. Yes.
It build the traveling history.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah.
You can just start with what's around you. Like, just take a trip to Lomé. It's not too fast. 3 hours, 4 hours. But yeah, then again, Nipanisi can better. Yeah, so you can try Tanzania, where else? Seychelles is visa free, I think. Mauritius.
Seychelles, yeah.
Yeah, South Africa is also visa free now. So you can like try all those places. If solo traveling is actually expensive, so you can join group trips or plan with your friends and then go. Yeah, but yeah, mostly I think you should take advantage of group trips to places that are visa free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And then I come back to you, Joseph. What are the specific things that the travel insurance covers? Because I don't think it will cover me if I get short of funds. I'm traveling and my money is finished. How will travel insurance cover that? So can we be more specific so that we know what the travel insurance covers? Yeah.
Okay, so even before I come to that, I wanted to add to what Oba said.
That's fine.
That for group travels, to when you travel in groups, I think that one too, you can cut down costs.
Yeah.
So it even applies to travel insurance.
Okay.
So when you travel in groups, from the normal premium you get discount as far as 20%, from 5%,
Okay.
10, 15, up to 20. So that you can use that channel to make some savings over there. And back to your question, so as you said, we said insurance. We are looking at some risks that we have identified that you might face, and that is what we are covering for. And the major one is medical and hospitalization.
Okay.
Because you'll be very stranded when you're out there and you fall sick or there's an accident and you don't get any form of medical assistance. That is very key. Then it also covers medical emergencies. What do I mean by medical emergencies? Maybe there's some form of treatment. You will not get it the locality that you are in. Most of the time, these travel destinations is at the remotest places and all that. There's no even health assistance in those places. So when you have a health need over there, then you'll be evacuated to where you can get the best of treatment and all those things. And under the emergencies too, we have repatriations and all that. Then from there too, we also provide a personal accident cover under our travel insurance. You might get injured, as an example that I used earlier on. You might get injured and you need a medical assistance. And the most frequent claims that we get a lot, which is the travel delay, flight delay, and the luggage delay, and the cancellations. Those are the three key claims that we get a lot, meaning that risks, if you're a frequent traveler or a travel enthusiast like Oba, you are likely to face one. I believe you have faced one before.
Cancellation.
Not yet. Then
Yeah, with
yeah, going to face it. Yeah. So all these three key things, it also covers you as well. Then also provides you with 24-hour personal assistance. So at times you might be in a locality, you have no idea, you don't know how to move around that particular locality, and you need medical assistance and order. With a 24-hour line, you can just give a call, and all the assistance that you need is going to be given to you. Then I think lastly is a personal liability cover too, as well. So these are the main covers for our travel insurance.
Okay. And by repatriation, if I may ask, what do you mean by repatriation for the benefit of the travel insurance?
So for repatriation, simply when you travel out in a foreign land and
you should pass out.
also pass out.
That's it. But I hear that's very expensive, bringing the
Very expensive.
and so travel insurance covers
that.
I mean, typically nobody wants to hear that, but these are the realities of life.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll be wrapping up, and I'll ask Oba to give us her last words in terms of travel, in terms of people learning to have fun. I realize a lot of us will prefer to save money and do something with it than to travel, because we feel travel is expensive. What will you say to our viewers when it comes to travel and the need for it? Yeah.
Spend your money. Go out and see the world. It's beautiful. God created it for us for a reason. Like, just go out and see the world. That's what I'll say. You're saving. You save, and then, God forbid, the thing that we all know what happens, and somebody else use your money to travel. No. Spend your money. Go and see the world.
But I believe in spending as well. You should also remember that there's something we call travel insurance.
Sure.
You protecting yourself, your valuables against unforeseen circumstances whilst you are outside the shores of your country. Okay. So in spending the money, before you even start spending, make sure that you have the travel insurance, knowing that should something happen to you whilst outside the shores of Ghana, we, Enterprise Insurance, is there to put you back to that financial position you were before the loss.
Okay. Thank you very much. So on that note of travel insurance from Enterprise, this has been another edition of Advantage Conversations. I had with me here Lawal from our agency unit, Enterprise Insurance. We had Joseph from the Product Development Unit, and then Obakwa, who is a travel enthusiast. Thank you once again, and bye-bye.